Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, welcome to Viewers Anonymous. I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. You tuned in to another episode where we give our live takes. I don't know why I said live. What am I doing? Where we give our takes and reviews of movies and television straight out of Hollywood. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, I can't call it, man. It's really one of your sayings, man. Slow motion.
Yes, sir.
Just been trying to get some shit together, man, and trying to understand. Dude, I think somebody blew their horn at me today and gave me the middle finger.
Oh, you a victim too?
Man, I'm a victim, man. I don't know what's going on. I got one for you. I don't know if it was for me or the dude that was outside doing his gardening shit, but it looked like the person blew their horn at me and just gave me the middle finger and just kept on going.
Oh, wow. Man, I was pulling out. I just got gas. I was pulling out, and I was already turning. I was behind the car. Another car was coming up, right? Yeah. As I'm turning to get behind the car behind me that's pulling up hunks at me as if like I'm in the wrong. Sir, I'm already out of the street. There's nothing I can do. Or ma'am, whoever it was, there's nothing I can do. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, people wild out here in these streets. But how you doing, man? How the week been? How everything been treating you?
Man, listen, I'm on cloud 9, bro. I don't have no complaints. Everything has been going smooth. You know what I'm saying? I just been working like crazy. I ain't really had a chance to sit down and really do nothing as far as like chill or whatever. But you know, outside of that, man, I ain't nothing going down. I just bought that new 2K. You know what I'm saying? Bought the new Call of Duty. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. I'll be streaming on that Twitch soon. So I gotta get good at Call of Duty first before I get to streaming. So I won't be on there catching no L's. But outside of that though, everything great, bro.
Yo, so I forgot to tell you, which I might have did, but now I can't remember. So, you know, I've been working on the bonus room, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just basically turning this joint into like, you know, I'm putting a lot of movie shit up, you know what I'm saying? I got my Friday the 13th up, I got my Scarface up, my Sopranos and shit. So I ordered a Halloween poster, like the original for the first one that came out in 78, right? Mm-hmm. So I ordered it the same day, same time that I ordered my Friday the 13th. So Friday the 13th showed up probably like 4-5 days. So, right. And then I'm like, what the fuck is my Halloween poster? Mm-hmm. So I go on Amazon, I'm checking it. They saying it's running late, all this little shit. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So, dude, 2 months go by.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling. Next thing you know, delivery at the door. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I just see a tube like, man, what the hell is this? Halloween poster. 2 months later,
that's
dude.
Hilarious.
But it's from China though, so it must have got.
Oh yeah, well,
what I'm saying? So I was just like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, I done completely forgot about this bad boy. But yeah, man, I finally got my damn Halloween poster, man. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about that. That bad boy look good too. Right in the room.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, you know what I'm saying? We about to get into one of our favorite segments. You know what I'm saying? This is the one where we give people, you know what I'm saying, a little taste of what we usually do throughout the days and throughout the weeks before, you know, and after we record. It's a segment called What We Watching. Would it help if I got on there? There we go. All right.
What we watching?
All right, Brody, what you got, man?
Yo, y'all don't know. I've been thinking about this shit for 6 days. Mm-hmm. Man, I watched this movie and I said, yo, I can't wait to Friday the segment what we're watching. Because I am about to kill this fucking movie. Listen, the movie that I finally watched, I've been wanting to watch it for a long time and then just realized that it was a waste. It wasn't even really a waste because now I'm glad I watched it because now I'm about to kill this shit. So the movie that I finally watched was Ambulance. You know what I'm saying? They got the boy Jake Gyllenhaal in it. The boy Yahya I can't say his whole name, but so I had to go by him, my man, to play Candyman.
Abdul Maheen.
Yeah, you said it. So, man, listen. Now I remember somebody telling me about this movie, saying that Jake Gyllenhaal and Yaya was brothers in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. So the way the movie starts, it shows them as kids. Yaya got this little book bag on, and like his parents. So basically, his parents adopted him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they ended up being brothers, because he was adopted into the family and whatnot. Because I'm guessing he was homeless. It don't show how he got homeless, but he was just homeless. His family took him in, so they've been friends and became brothers when they was kids. So okay, so the way this movie is so Yaya's wife is sick and she needs the surgery.
Okay.
So Jake Gyllenhaal character ended up taking up the family business that his father had, which was robbing banks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so his Yaya's wife is like, yo, you know, we're gonna figure this out, because like it shows him on the phone with this insurance company trying to you know, get this insurance so they can pay for the surgery. So they end up hanging up the phone on his ass. And he tells his wife, yo, they accepted us. You're gonna get the surgery and all this shit. So she was like, good, because I didn't want you to have to go get it from your brother.
Mm-hmm.
So he just straight up lied to his wife, because they did not get accepted. So he goes to his brother. And so it's this weird vibe that's there, because Yaya ended up going to the military. He had served in Afghanistan, and he's the one that's this bank robber, right? So it started getting this funny vibe when this guy was like, yo, is this the guy? And he was like, nah, this ain't the guy. And so what ended up happening was, he's like, yo, he said, what do you need? Because he's like, you only come to me when you need money. And so they got this bad relationship. Like, he never seen his nephew and all this little shit or whatever. And so he's like, how much you need? He was like 50K or some shit like that. He was like, okay. He's like, I got you. The only problem is I don't have it on me right now. And he was like, I kind of got this job. It needs to be done now. And if you do it, you get 100K or whatever the case may be, or $1 million or something. And so he was like, man, I told you, man, I don't want to get involved in that. No, all this type of stuff. He's like, man, do you need the money or not? He was like, I never asked you for nothing. And, you know, anytime you need something from me, I'll give it to you. Blase, blase. So he ends up doing it, right? Now, this is where the shit goes wrong. First of all, you don't bring somebody on a job that don't even know they're doing the fucking job. That's number one. That's the first fucking problem with this movie. The second fucking problem with this movie is the way they robbed the bank was cool, but what threw them off was this cop had a crush on one of the tellers that work in the bank. So
goodness, man, come on, bro.
So he's knocking on the door, and the door locked. So Jake Gyllenhaal goes to the door acting like he's like a manager, and he was like, I can't just leave the cop outside, and so he lets the cop in. So all of the bank robbers are behind the damn teller with guns, holding the guns up, and so he goes to he asked the dude what the teller name was, and he told him the name, but he got the last name wrong, and that's when the cop realized that they was getting robbed. Okay, so now this is the first problem. He didn't have his face covered up. Right. Yaya ended up pulling his shit down. Nobody's really covering their fucking face. That's the first fucking problem. Exactly. So I'm like, who came up with the script? But then
this first bank robbery?
And no, like Jake Gyllenhaal is known in the hood as being a bank robber because his daddy's the bank robber. I'm like,
hey, he gotta go. He gotta go.
I'm like, okay. So then what ended up happening was, so this big ass shootout happened. So they go into the damn parking garage. So the cop get the drop on Jake Gyllenhaal, and so then Yaya is like, you know, like move, you know, no. He ends up shooting the cop, you know, just to get him off of his brother. So then what they end up doing was they can't get out, right? So they let the ambulance in because you know, because there's the officer down, right?
Yeah.
So they let the ambulance in, the ambulance get in there, they end up stealing the ambulance And now their whole objective is to not let the cop die.
That's
Yo, listen. So they riding in this ambulance getting chased by the police.
With a cop in the back trying to
with
save
a cop in the back trying to save him. Yaya's like, yo, I'm O positive. Dude's O positive. He giving him fucking blood.
Yeah, that's too much, bro.
No, listen. Then they started doing surgery in the back in the ambulance, and they told the police that we doing surgery, so they're doing a car chase at 20 miles per hour.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, hold up, yo. You telling me you robbing the bank, you shoot a cop. I always thought the whole objective of robbing the bank is for nobody to know who the fuck you are.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know who they are, but this is the kicker. This is the part that's really gonna get you. You gonna love this one. So it was the FBI agent, right?
Yeah.
First of all, what happens when they're in Los Angeles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when the FBI comes in, what usually happens? I'm gonna ask you, what usually happens when the FBI agent come in? What do FBI agents usually do?
Ask questions.
No. I mean, like, okay. So anytime FBI come in,
mm-hmm.
don't they always take over?
Oh yeah.
He lets them run the shit. That's number one. That's the one thing that people.
Oh yeah, no.
But listen to this though. So the FBI agent is from Ohio. Okay.
Come on, bro.
No. It ain't even got nothing to do with that. But so he's from Ohio because they was fucking with him because he was from the Midwest, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes to college at Maryland. Okay. Mm-hmm. Guess who else went to Maryland? Jake Gyllenhaal. These motherfuckers was roommates. He know who he is. Yo, I'm watching this shit. I'm like, you telling me this motherfucker's from LA and just happened to go to Maryland, the same place with a dude that turns out to be an FBI agent. But guess what his division is in the FBI?
What?
Robbery.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm sitting here watching this shit. I'm like, yo, this gotta be the dumbest fucking movie I've ever seen in my whole entire fucking life.
For sure.
I'm like, yo, why did Jake and Yaya sign up for this shit? Like, this is bad. This is probably some of the baddest writing I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
Yeah.
And then it's like the coincidences, dude, that pops up in this shit. It was just so bad. It's like your whole objective is to hide your identity when you rob a bank. Like, why is everybody showing their fucking face? They had no strategy, like none at all. Then the truck, they had this truck that they was the whole plan was after they get the money, they was gonna jump in the back of this box truck and dip out. Truck broke down, just wouldn't crank. And guess who helped them get it cranked? So you remember I told you the one cop? No, the one cop that went in, he had a crush on the teller. His partner was outside the whole time. His partner was the one who helped him get the truck started.
That's crazy.
Now I'm like, yo, I was like, this movie is trash, my guy.
Yeah,
that's
wild.
But if y'all want to watch a movie, now the only reason it's trash to me is because when you watch shit like The Town, and we did this other movie, it was just like, yo, they had this shit planned to the T. Mm-hmm. It seemed like they didn't have no plan. There was no strategy.
Went on the fly.
Yeah, it's like they just went on the fly, just robbed this bank, and like it made no sense. And I'm just like, yo, this is bad. Like, this movie is bad. Even the way it ended was bad. And then like the cop, they tried to like do Yaya a solid because he saved the cop and all this little shit. So they was like, it was really his brother's idea. He was just, man, get the fuck out of here, man. But if y'all want to watch it, y'all can.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Two thumbs down, goddamn it. That shit was trash.
That's crazy.
Man.
All right, so for about what we watching, I have not seen this, but I have seen trailers for it, and it's on Netflix. It just came out today. It's by famed and historic and legendary horror producer Guillermo del Toro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
That's how
Toro, yeah.
Woo-wee. That's a tough one. So basically, it's if you are a fan of Tales of the Crypt, if you are a fan of Unsolved Mysteries, if you are a fan of any of those shows that give you those, you know what I'm saying, each episode is a horror, you know what I'm saying, or if you was a kid and like Goosebumps, this is basically for you. It's called Cabinet of Curiosities. This is fire. Just came out today. It's basically a show with different each episode is a different story. Each episode is a different, you know what I'm saying, tale about, you know what I'm saying, some horror stuff. So if you are into it, if you want to hurry up and get, you know what I'm saying, your spooks and your scares in before Halloween is over with, this is the perfect time to do it. Check out Guillermo del Toro's. I don't know why I can't say that, and it's a dude at work named Guillermo. But check out the Cabinet of Curiosities. I'm sure it's gonna be fire because he has a long history of putting together some great movies, and the fact that he has an actual show on Netflix now is exciting. So I'm excited to see it. But the trailer is fire though. The trailer looked crazy for sure. So man. This is pretty much in your wheelhouse. This movie here that we got coming up for the feature presentation. This is basically in the world of the Conjuring, which you are real huge on. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's show the trailer and then let's get into it.
Okay.
All right, then. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that it was some sound on there, but I guess I did it without the sound. So people forgive me if you are listening and you're not watching. Pretty much right now we just showing the preview like we do anytime we got the movie now. But the movie is The Nun. It came out in 2018. It's by New Line Cinema. It is pretty much I want to say it's the start of the Conjuring universe. Like this is supposed to be like the first movie in the timeline.
I don't think so. I think the very first is the Annabelle. I believe that's the order that it goes.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
But this one is pretty interesting. This one is, like I said, in the coming soon. This one definitely excited me when it came out, only because it was kind of like an oxymoron in a sense, put on film. It's basically about a nun who gets possessed by a demon. And, you know what I'm saying? I figured because they on Holy Land and because they, that's creepy. So I'm gonna back out of that because I don't know what just happened. So after the preview played, my phone just went like the background on the thing went black. I use my phone as a control panel for people who don't know, and it went black behind that. So I don't know if like that's a sign or something.
Hey.
If I'm not on the next episode, the nun got me, y'all. The nun got me.
No, but listen though, no, you are right. It's the order is The Nun, Annabelle Creation, Annabelle, The Conjuring, Annabelle Comes Home, The Curse of La Llorona, The Conjuring 2, La Llorona, and The Conjuring,
La Llorona.
Well, you got it.
It's Corona with a Y, man.
The Conjuring 2 and The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you was right. The Nun did.
So The Nun is the first one.
Yes.
Okay. I was about to say because I got a big question, and I am super confused as to how this works. So I'm a fast forward just a tad bit, right? So you know how they in that room and they all praying, or it seemed like they all praying. She realized that they not all praying. Okay, so in that room, the Templar Knights, they sealed off the little area where the demon came out of, the demon of Valak or whatever. They sealed it off with the blood of Christ. However, during World War II, a bomb dropped around that area and it opened back up. So you mean to tell me the blood of Christ ain't strong enough to survive a bomb from World War II? What we doing here? What's going on, man? They not about to do that to Jesus, bro. Jesus is way stronger than that. Okay.
Well, this is the thing. They sealed the door off with the blood of Christ.
Yeah.
They didn't seal the hole up with the blood of Christ. Well, it wasn't a hole. They actually covered up the hole. Well, no way.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, yes, they did.
That's what I'm saying. They put the blood of Christ on it.
They did. Yeah, that's what shut the portal. Yeah, you're right.
You mean to tell me a bomb from World War II? Like, we seen the bombs in World War II, bro. Like,
hey man, it's an atom bomb, man. You know what I'm saying?
I survived the bomb on Call of Duty. I know for a fact the blood of Jesus can survive a bomb, bro. I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all.
Stupid. He said, I survived the bomb on Call of Duty.
I'm just saying, man.
Oh,
and then,
man.
like, this is another question that I also had, right? So, if Jesus was like, they said is what, almost 2,000 years ago. You mean to tell me that blood lasted for 2,000 years?
See,
go ahead.
That's the thing. I think what it is, it's a psychological thing, man. And it's just like anytime you see somebody getting an exorcism or whatever, they be like, yo, like this is holy water. And all it is tap water,
bro. Holy water, all you gotta do is pray over it and it's holy.
Exactly.
So I get that.
So
I'm saying the blood of Christ, though. Do you mean to tell me they had a vial of blood from Jesus? Not only that, though. Not only that. You mean to tell me they had the technology and the equipment to properly get the blood, seal it, and it stays liquid throughout all that time? Cap, bro.
Yes, that's definitely cap. And that's why I said it wasn't the real blood of Christ. It was something that they blessed and said it was the blood of Christ. And that's why when the bomb dropped, it was able to open up the portal to let Valak up out that bitch. Okay? And what I was always confused about, since we're talking about things that we're confused about, when it comes to Valak, I don't understand how Valak is the way that everything is perceived. You know, anytime a movie that has religion in it, or if it either got religion in it, something dealing with God or the devil, if it's something that demon related, you know, even when you think back to the Omen or whatever, like nobody ever likes to go into church. Like nobody don't like going into churches. They don't like to deal with crosses. Like they could just put a cross in your face and you could just damn near dissolve. So it's just like what I never understood was like, how could Valak be so cool and so chill in a nun uniform and just be chilling in churches and shit?
See,
like
that's what
that's
what I'm saying, bro. Like none of that shit makes sense to me. Like first and foremost, like I could see if, you know what I'm saying, like you possessed the motherfucker that was around the area or something like that. How the hell you possessing the nuns? Either the nuns ain't doing what they say they doing, or they ain't real nuns.
That was one thing that always, I was about to say bothered me, but it don't bother me because I don't really care. It ain't in my daily life. But I never understood the whole thing of like being a nun and like the vow that you have to take. And then it's just like, yo, you completely done with.
That is you giving your life to the Lord.
Man.
Full, like when they be like, I'm giving my life to the Lord. Not like they really giving their life to the Lord. Like they cut off from the world. They doing the Lord's work.
Listen, with all due respect.
Shit, fuck that.
Ain't no damn way in hell. And you want to know, most of the time, this only happened to me one time. And this is, look, I've told you this before. When I first started, right, at FedEx, I was a swing driver for the first 6 years. I've been telling you that. So like I ran a lot of different routes. So I covered a lot of ground. And there was one route where I delivered to this place, yo. That was the first time in my life I've ever seen or interacted with a real nun. Like
you see, like a real live nun though.
Yes, like
I ain't never seen a nun a day in my life.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like they don't exist almost.
And I was born in the 80s, and I ain't never seen no nun ever.
I used to deliver like shit there, like Bibles and all types of shit. And it's just like, man, like there was a gate down at the bottom. They had to let you in the gate. Then you had to drive up this damn long ass driveway. And it was like this little compound joint. And like they would meet me like at the side door. And then like, and it was just so weird, like seeing like a real nun in real life. You see that real uniform. Like I've only seen this shit on TV. You know what I mean? I never seen it. It was just so odd to me. And it was just like, I don't know why.
Delivered the package to Sister Mary Clarence.
Hey, and I don't know why. Why did I expect that these motherfuckers didn't know how to speak English or nothing? Like,
because any art, I'm with you on that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I know exactly why. Because anytime we hear about nuns or we talk about nuns or anything of that nature, bro, it's always like by the Vatican. Or it's always in like some European country. It ain't never in America. Like I've never heard of a nun being in America. Like anytime even in a movie, when a nun is in America, it's because they came over from another country, and they always got accents.
Dude, it was so weird, man. It was so weird to actually meet, because you know the whole little stuff. I ain't even gonna mention this person's name, but you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's on everybody's podcast, but we don't mention it over here. But the reason I bring that up is because Rosenberg was talking on Ebro in the Morning saying most people never even met a Jewish person before. They was like, it's not that common for you to meet a Jewish person.
Well, they stay in their own communities too, though. So like, you more than likely are not going. I mean, if you do, it's like on some random shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, their mom just happened to be Jewish. Well, I mean, their mom got to be Jewish. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, outside of that, like, yeah, I met one. I went to school with one.
See, that's exactly my point. And, like, that's what it's like with nuns. It's like, you just don't see these people. Like, you don't. So that's why it was so weird for me to actually even see some. I mean,
we got to call cap on that, too, though.
On what?
With the most people don't see a Jewish person. If you went to go see Drake, you seen a Jewish person. Drake is Jewish.
Yes, Drake is Jewish.
His mom is Jewish.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it was weird, man. It was like I got this vibe, but yeah, like I can't. That vibe that they take, nah, buddy, can't do it.
What? No, nothing for the rest of life.
Man, you crazy.
You can't drink, can't smoke, can't gamble,
can't fuck.
I ain't really too much of nothing though.
Man, fuck all that.
If you ain't never had it, you ain't gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Because you technically supposed to be a virgin. So it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like anytime I like, or the funny thing be like when they do the priest and the priest take the vow after he done had like a shitty life and he been out here like in the streets and shit, and then he take a vow and then he I be like, come on, bro. You know he reverting back. That every time the priest had a bad life and he turned into a priest, he always revert back and the demon get him because of the fact that nigga was in the streets beforehand.
That is fucking funny. but yeah, I just thought that was a weird concept because what I was saying when you had stepped away, I just repeat like the one small part that I said was the fact that anytime there's something that's dealing with demons or, you know, the devil or God or whatever, they can never really enter churches.
Or step on Holy Land.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been a thing, and it's just like for them to take the opposite approach of like this demon is like in a door in the basement of whatever. I don't know what they exactly call this place.
And that's what was so interesting about this movie was the fact that they took that approach of making the nun or having a nun be the possessed one. Because, you know, usually we'll see like an exorcism movie where it's just a random person or somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is super in the church or something like that. But the fact that you know what I'm saying, like if you take the whole religious approach, like the fact that they took one of God's like you know what I'm saying, earthly soldiers and was like, hey, this is the one we're gonna attack, and then they, you know what I'm saying, got a hold of them. Like that's a crazy approach to even, you know what I'm saying, like think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they really breaking all the, you know what I'm saying, like basically all the unspoken rules of what we know the possessions and the exorcisms and the whole religious and angels demon thing to be. And I thought that was a very, very different approach for them to take. That's what, to me, I was like, yeah, I gotta definitely tune into this one because sheesh, that's different.
Yeah, and the thing that I liked about this movie, or at least about was it Valak, right?
Yeah, Valak, which is also which is crazy because it's the treasure hunting demon.
Oh, the person that plays it, Bonnie.
No,
Bonnie,
that's what that if you look Valak up, because like Valak is a real demon.
Oh,
but if you look
okay.
Valak up, Valak hunts treasures.
Gotcha.
Whatever treasures is, but Valak hunts treasures.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Fun fact there.
Yeah.
But like the one thing that got me is just how Valak is able to play mind tricks on you, but even within those mind tricks, the shit is real.
Yeah. So well, not only that, the fact that it basically camouflaged itself as a nun.
Yes, because I'm gonna tell you, dude, what got me. What got me was when Father Burke had, heard noise, so he's walking around in the graveyard and joint, and then Valak. Well, this is the thing. Valak, with the mind trick thing, when Father Burke had dealt with that child, he like Valak brought that child back, and then the fucking snake came out the motherfucking mouth, and then started coming after his ass, and then made his ass fall into a grave and instantly buried the motherfucker. Yeah. Not only did he instantly bury him, like fucking, it wasn't no dirt. I'm talking about it was already grass over that shit and everything. Like it's been there forever. And this is what I call cap. Sister Irene. Now, the one thing that was always weird was the whole bells on the tombstone. And like the whole concept of what it meant or whatever. And it's just like, yo, if these people supposed to be dead, Sister Irene goes out there, she's looking for Father Burke. And then you hear this bell ringing. It's like, wait a fucking minute. All y'all supposed to be dead. I'm not digging no hole to get no. If I hear that goddamn bell going off and everybody out here supposed to be dead, Father Burke would have died if it was me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The fact that Sister Irene was the one who dug him out, I figured he was going to be dead. I'm not gonna lie to you. She didn't look the strongest. She didn't look like she could dig through 6 feet of dirt.
Yo, man, that was man. That's
I don't know, bro.
That's the Lord's strength, man.
I guess so, because my whole thing is like, okay, so if you ever wanted to be a priest in life, like this movie here is going to make you change your mind, because it always seems like the people who are like into that always are the ones that's involved with like demonic possessions, or you know what I'm saying, like shit. Like you ain't never heard about a nigga getting possessed in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. Like you ain't never heard like the exorcism of Leroy Jenkins, or or like the exorcism of like Patricia Jones. Like you ain't never heard of nothing like that. You always hear like the exorcism of Emily Rose. Like she in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? She go to a Catholic school. Like I'm starting to think that it's some shit behind Catholicism, man.
Well, I think that the way that it seems like the only people who really deal with or even get that is like you got to be Catholic, and it's like they're.
That's what I'm saying. Remember in Constantine?
Yeah.
This nigga went all the way to Mexico, and like it's hella Catholic Mexicans, and like them niggas was possessed. I'm like, bro, I feel you, but like Catholicism, that ain't really for me. If you out here getting caught up by demons, you might want to switch religions.
And yeah,
being Muslim don't sound half. I ain't never heard like of a Muslim getting caught up by, you know what I'm saying, a jinn.
But I ain't never heard a Baptist person getting the demon in them. You know
The closest you gonna get to that is the Holy Ghost, and that only lasts for depending on how long the song goes.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw somebody get the Holy Ghost. Man, I was at church. God, I was young, man. I was like in elementary school, maybe in 6th grade. Right. And like, man, I'm sitting there, and because usually the Holy Ghost is like when somebody's doing something. I mean, it's always very noticeable, but it's usually loud or somebody's running, and like this person, only y'all on video can see this, but like they were just sitting there doing this, and like they did that the whole service. My God, it was like they couldn't stop. They were standing up.
The Holy Ghost, my nigga.
Man, listen, that's what my grandma said. My grandma was like, he got the spirit.
The Holy Ghost.
They were just sitting there, just doing that.
The Holy Ghost of Mike Myers, nigga. What was that? What was that? Hey, ain't nothing cool about that, bro.
Hey,
that's where you get up. That's where you get up and excuse yourself from the service.
Hey, dude, it was crazy, dude.
Was it a lady or a man?
It was a lady. And then like
older or younger?
Older. And see what made it crazy was the fact of like, because everybody was standing up because it was a song, and then it's like when appreciate everybody tell everybody to sit down, that one person just standing up,
just doing that.
Yeah. And my grandma was like,
get her out now. That is not safe.
Yeah, man. So that was wild, man. That was wild. Like I said, I was young at the time. But like
I seen somebody catch the Holy Ghost before, but they was like, they're doing all the jumping and all that, and I'm like, man, ain't no way, bro. Like, I was cool on it. I didn't believe in it because I was just like, come on, man. If the Holy Ghost into you, like, I think to me, the Holy Ghost would be like a wise person, like, you know what I'm saying, come down, speak to you. I mean, he's jumping and all that, dancing and shit. Like, come on, fam, that's crazy. But I'm gonna tell you an interesting thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know this is it ain't off topic, but this is what I'm saying. We straying away real quick. So the crazy part is that oh man, I know I'm gonna get killed for this. Okay, listen. So the crazy thing is this, right? If you know anything about religion, I've been to a Catholic church before, and then I've been to a Baptist church before. Like I've been to a bunch of places. The crazy thing is that what really baffles me is that we play music, or people play music in churches.
Okay.
You know who the angel of music is?
Who?
Lucifer. No bullshit. No bullshit, bro. That shit. That shit is real. Like the fact that people play music in church is crazy.
Man, listen. Pastor John Gray Church.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a concert, my guy.
I mean, if it's a mega church, it's a concert. Besides Joe Osteen, because that is TikTok.
Yeah, it is a straight up concert, dude. It's like like when my kids would go there, like they love like the flashing lights, man. You got the flashing lights, you got the, you know what I'm saying? They're singing, dancing, and all types of stuff. But it's like, this is, and like it's a straight up concert. But
Joe Osteen's church, if you can get in.
Nah, we good. But nah, though, look. I said this in the coming soon, right?
Yeah.
Where don't get me wrong. Like the Nun was good, but
it was fire.
I like the introduction to Valak though. I like Conjuring 2 better because the way that they introduced Valak in that movie, which gave us this, because this is the origin story for the people that ain't in the universe or whatnot. But the way that Valak was introduced in this one, it was way more fire to me, man. And it also gave you some of the same things, right? So, for instance, in The Conjuring 2, when it first came up on Lorraine at her house, like she went into the room because Ed saw Valak first, because Ed must have saw it in a vision or something like that. So Ed drew like a picture of Valak. And so they had put the picture up on the wall. And so actually, their daughter saw Valak first. She was like, "Who is that?" And it walks into this room where the picture was. So what ended up happening when Lorraine went in there, she just saw the shadow walking on the wall. And it goes all the way to the picture, get behind the picture, put the hand on the picture, and then rush her with the picture in the face, which I thought was hilarious.
The fact that it was able to get around the room to the picture and she was still in there is crazy.
But they did the same thing in The Nun, because remember when Sister Irene was in there and she saw the shadow walk around the room and she just stood there and watched it the whole time. So maybe because they're sisters, they think alike. You know what I'm saying? So because everybody knows, like the person that plays Sister Irene, she's she's a Farmega as well. You know what I'm saying? That's Vera. So you know that, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about in the movie. I real life, nigga. I'm saying the fact that the shadow or whatever the fuck it was walked around the room from one wall to another to get to the picture that you was sitting across from is crazy to me because, nigga, once it got on the other wall, you got to get out.
No, well, she tried to go to the door. The door shut on her and it locked, so she couldn't get out.
Once the door shut and locked, I'm out the window. It's multiple exits.
But this is the thing, though. The way Valak worked, though, it's not easy to get away from this motherfucker. Like,
nigga, ain't no shadow gonna stop me from getting out. Let's be honest with you. He gonna have to come with more than the shadow, my boy, and a pain. I'm punching through that pain. Fuck that pain. Sorry, Ed.
Nah, but it's I thought the way that they introduced this character to us, I thought it was dope because what they did was Valak used, you know what I'm saying, old man Willis. I think it was Willis. No, Bill.
Which one are you talking about?
It was Bill. In The Conjuring 2, they used Bill to make it seem like that Bill was actually the evil person, but Valak would use them as like as a pawn or whatnot. And like when Valak really came to start fucking up shit, I was like, yo, like this is dope as fuck. So I like the Nun movie. I just like the introduction of it better. I like the introduction better than the backstory because they really kind of got to explain stuff to you, and it kind of was a slow burn a little bit. But,
I appreciate the origin story only because it's like I said. First off, it's a twist, but second, you can't understand the shit that's happening in The Conjuring. You can't understand what Valak is, who Valak is, and on top of that, like you don't get the references that it's trying to throw to you, right? And then third, like you also got to remember the fact that this was a demon who was killed by a Templar who ended up basically getting sealed off and then eventually let loose again. And then they had to come and find out what was going on. Go through, like once you see all that, like you understand why Valak is so dangerous because it pretty much shows you what Valak is capable of. The fact that she was in the room praying and then she's surrounded by everybody and then all of a sudden ain't nobody there. It's like, oh, like this motherfucker is for real. Like it can play mind tricks on you. It can do a bunch of shit to you. You know what I'm saying? Like it could basically camouflage itself as a nun. So you think a nun going around and then next thing you know, this motherfucker gone. None ain't never existed. So it's like the fact that that's happening, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that it's capable to be able to do all these things, then you can understand in The Conjuring 2 why everything happens the way it happens because you understand what this demon is capable of because of, you know what I'm saying, what the nun kind of pretty much laid down.
Oh, yeah, like the mind trick part is what really fucked you up because it's like Valak is worse than Freddy. Like you got to go to sleep and dream. Like this shit is happening while you still awake.
Well, I mean,
and you don't know the difference between reality because Father Burke was having a whole conversation with this nun lady that wasn't even there. You know
and that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that it can portray itself as that. To me, like that's the craziest thing out of everything is because it's like we said before, the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we're not used to seeing demons on holy ground or we're not used to seeing demons in holy spaces or, you know what I'm saying, a church or whatever the fact may be. And then like, nigga, the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like we know nigga vampires can't walk on a church ground. So the fact that a demon can pop up and do that shit is just like, shit. Like, nigga, where are you safe?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't safe in church, you ain't safe nowhere.
Yeah, you ain't safe anywhere. Like you really shit out of luck. And then, like I say, with what
they know they ain't even regular people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They the holy of holiest.
Yeah, they supposed to have the blessing of Christ and God.
Yeah, they gave their life to God, literally. So
Exactly.
So yeah, and even the first murder that happens, where they really kind of it was a murder, and then the one girl committed suicide, but just the
Yeah.
fact that Valak could keep like the blood there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like you said earlier, like how they able to keep the blood of Christ
Come on, fam.
not
I'm calling cap.
not a liquid no more,
Yeah, I'm
and
calling
it's just
cap.
like the step. Like they went the next day and it was more blood there when the girl
Mm-hmm.
died. You know what I'm saying? Weeks ago.
All
So
I'm saying is I'm calling cap only because I know what we got to go through nowadays just to keep human blood what it is.
yeah,
So like even then, it still got an expiration date. So you gonna tell me, nigga?
they did
Never
not
mind.
keep
I was about
that.
to say some disrespectful shit. So now I'm not
They
gonna say
they did not keep that blood on ice.
that. That was not Jesus' blood. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't. It's
First,
all
that's another thing, nigga. If you got Jesus' blood on the premises, you tell me a devil is out here. I mean, not a devil, but the demons is out here just doing whatever, and the demons is like way below Jesus.
yeah, like
That's like taking like that's like taking, you know what I'm saying, like the queen, not the queen, but the knight. I mean, not the knight, the king piece on the chessboard and moving it around and be like, yeah, you know, the pawn can take it. No, bro. No. Hell no. What are we talking about?
yeah, like I've always thought that was cap. That's just like even like in Constantine, you
Mm-hmm.
put one cause Shia LaBeouf had put it in there, and like, he took that one cross and put it in that water tank. Now the whole thing is holy water.
Holy water. That's all you
You
need.
know, yeah. So
Yo,
yeah,
if you are a priest or if you are a nun, um, I know y'all don't believe in violence. However, I feel like if you can fashion a super soaker with a cross in the tank and just keep that on deck, you pretty much good to go. I'm just saying. Pretty much
oh
good to go.
man,
Keep you a set of C and D batteries or some double A's and get you a super soaker or get you the backpack super soaker, the old school backpack super soaker, and just throw a cross inside there or find a way to get a cross inside there. You pretty much good to go.
unless you're dealing with valid, because this is the thing though. Even in like I think they did it in the Nun too, because I actually watched the Nun the other day and I watched Conjuring 2 last
Mm-hmm.
night. Well, right after
Well,
that,
yeah,
excuse me.
in the scene
And,
where they was in the pool, right?
well, no, I'm talking about the scene where like Valak would just turn all the crosses upside down. Like fuck the bullshit. Like this is
See,
like
that's another thing, man. Like, okay, they just breaking all the rules because I don't. That's some shit I don't understand. Like, if this is supposed to be the symbol, then like even if they able to fuck with the symbol, then what are we really supposed to do out here in the streets?
yeah, because
We
it's
don't
like
have no real weapons. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. Valak is something serious, man. Like I think that when you look at all of the because the Conjuring, all it has Valak, it has the Annabelle doll, it
Mm-hmm.
has what was the Conjuring? That was damn, I forget what the first one was. But this to me, this was the strongest entity that they dealt with. I think that this is the one, even though in the Conjuring 2, like just the way that she was
Mm-hmm.
able to control Valak just by just saying his name, and that's what like took the demon away with just
Yeah,
saying his name. It's just like, yo, that's all they had to do in the Nun, was just figure out what the name was, and then
yeah.
that's the thing that dissolves it, which was I don't know, man. But I'm like you when it comes to like it just broke all of the rules that we have been given like all this time. It's like
Well,
all the
the
things.
crazier thing is the fact that the church was an old castle. That the fucker that built the castle and lived in the castle was a fan of cults and shit.
You know,
How the
you're right.
fuck do you
When
turn that into a
when they
church?
did that flashback joint.
Yeah, how do you turn that into a church? No wonder goddamn Valak the demon is flying free and know all the goddamn ins and outs of the house. Motherfucker, this is not a church.
Man, hey, I guess all you gotta do is bless the land, and you know what I mean.
Apparently that shit don't work. Cause this nigga flipping over crosses. This nigga is turning into a nun. Like, or and that's what I'm saying. This is why I say too. I think they not a real monastery. This got to be capped. Because where was they at? Where was they at? They went to Rome, right?
No, it wasn't Rome. It was
They left Rome.
Oh my God, where was it?
Was it
Budapest? No, it wasn't Budapest. It was Romania. Romania.
Oh yeah, nigga, that's where the fucking Dracula from.
Yeah, Romania. Romania.
Bro, Cap. I'm calling Cap. You can't go. Okay, so first and foremost, if anybody know anything about anything, nigga, you can't go to Romania because that's where Transylvania is supposedly, and I do air quotes too. So that's where Transylvania is supposed to be, nigga. Dracula is from Romania. You can't go there and think that you can make a castle into a church in Romania. That's not how it works.
Yes, they were.
They already broke the rules.
Yeah, they was in Romania, and I'm gonna tell you what I really liked though, was how when they showed it, and if I'm not mistaken, the very first Conjuring, and they showed it in the second one, where they were doing the exorcism on this person. You know what I'm saying? Blood was coming from their eyes. You know what I'm saying? You saw a cross pop up in their stomach, all this type of shit or whatever, whatnot, right? So you seen that, but you don't really get this, you know what I'm saying, the significance of it. You don't really know, you just see that that's one of Ed and Lorraine's old cases, right?
Yeah.
Well, what the nun shows you, and this is why if y'all are in this universe, you got to watch all these joints. That person that they was doing the exorcism on is Frenchie.
Yeah.
Because remember at the very end, the upside down cross showed up on the back of his neck. Because they was like, yo, something ain't right. Like how we was able to just get rid of, you know what I'm saying, Valak like that. And it was because Valak put himself into Frenchie. And then Frenchie was the person that really fucked Lorraine up.
Yo, the fact that you just said that, I just had the craziest joke.
Oh God, what is it, man?
Yo, demons soul rape niggas, bro. That's crazy.
Yes, dude. They can switch. They can switch bodies, yo.
Soul raping is wild.
Yo, listen. They gave it to us in the very first movie of this kind, man. The Exorcist. You know what I'm saying? When he was like, "Take me," the motherfucker said, "All right." That motherfucker jumped out of Reagan and jumped to his ass.
And the Exorcist, you talking about the Exorcist movie?
Yeah, the one that came out in '73.
That's when he was trying to get the demon out the girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
and he was
I
like,
thought you was talking about the funniest part is how that movie begins. The movie begins. This nigga is in Egypt.
Yeah,
that's wild. I don't know what that means.
Well,
the fact that he was in Egypt was just wild to me. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with demons?
Well, the way that they portrayed it, like there was this, there was a church that was buried
in Egypt.
Yes, and I don't know if it was like a sandstorm or something like that, but it basically
it was
like covered it up or whatever. And
the fact that they had a church in Egypt is wild because that never happened in real life. Let's be honest.
What I don't remember if it was Egypt or if it wasn't.
No, it was Egypt because they showed the pyramids. That's how I remember Egypt.
Okay. But and he found that little artifact thing that was demonic or whatever.
Right. In Egypt.
Yeah.
Don't forget that part.
So
even though they had their own mythology and everything else. Yeah, that was also in Egypt. Fuck out of here, bro. See, these movies be on some bullshit, man. That's why I say, like, they literally took that shit and threw away all the rules and was like, all right, what we gonna do is we gonna take everything that we know about demons and we gonna throw that shit out the way and we just gonna do whatever the fuck we want. That's what they did with this movie.
I think that within doing that, I think that's what makes it the concept of it being even more scarier, right?
100%. Because it's like ain't no safe place.
Yeah, because any movie that you've seen in the past, even like a movie like I said earlier, like The Omen, all you had to do was like, yo, boom, go to the church, I'm straight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But like,
Damien couldn't do shit to you. He
exactly.
Stand outside all day.
Damien couldn't even go into the church.
Exactly.
So
even though he was a little fucking kid, I hate that movie, bro.
No. Like even though he's a kid, he's not really a kid. Like
he's a kid. If your son came into the room right now and it was like, I'm possessed, you'd whoop his ass, bro. You'd beat the shit out your son if he came in there and attacked you.
Well, Damien went like that though.
No, I'm just saying, I'm being funny, but I'm just saying, like, if your son was on some possessed shit, like, you'd be able to whoop your son.
I mean, but then you start realizing, like, yo, if he start doing that whole shit with the whole head turn around or start walking like backwards and all types of shit. Like,
listen, this is what I'm saying. He'll never get a chance to turn his head around. Even if he does get that opportunity, I'm punching him in the back of the head. Like, what are we talking about? Like, this is why I say, bro, like, certain movies, we need, like, realistic reactions to certain shit, right? Because, like, even when you talk about, like, The Conjuring and The Nun, when you talk about how Valak turned into a shadow, like, in real life, my nigga, if the door closes and I'm in the room, ain't nobody else in the room, and the door closes, at first I'm like, all right, y'all playing too much, thinking somebody in the house. If I realize nobody else is in the house, I'm jumping out the window. What are we talking about? I don't give a fuck how high I'm up. It's a fucking shadow cruising the goddamn wall. It's time for me to go.
Yo, this dude said he's cruising the wall.
Like, what are we talking about, man? That's what I'm saying. Like, some of these movies, bro, it's just like I get it because, you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be a scary movie. You're supposed to be like, oh, man, why would, I get that. I'm saying we need a scary movie with realistic reactions. That's what I want. I want somebody to make a scary movie with realistic reaction. Even though I know, right? Because there's other stuff you can do after the reaction as well. Like, I'm sure if I'd have jumped out the window, like Valak would have did some shit, like made the window not be able to break. Cool, whatever. I still would have attempted to jump out the window though, or at least to kick the door down. Like, it's something that's gonna happen to where I'm getting out of there. Me and Valak gonna have a tussle. He's gonna not like me at all.
Well, that's the crazy part. Is Valak was actually a she, but
no, Valak is supposed to be in the movie maybe, but Valak is supposed to be I guess you can't really gender demons, but portrayed Valak is a little boy that rides a two-head or a multi-headed dragon.
Yeah, well, yeah, because in the movie, the person that plays it is actually a woman, but like you said, it don't have a gender. But like, I think that what movies be trying to do. But even that, dude, like, I think that they try to give you, like, the shock factor of, like, man, like, I cannot believe this has happened. It's just like a car accident. What always happens? Even if a car accident on the other side of the freeway always slow because everybody damn rubber looking at the damn thing. Yeah.
So I mean, but that's what I'm saying. As a movie, I get it because I mean, you got to have that to where you like, oh man, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be intrigued in the movie because that's the whole plot of the movie. So I get that. I'm saying, like, just in real life though, like, come on, fam. If a shadow go across your room, you know what I'm saying? You ain't getting out,
dude. Listen.
If I'm telling you now, if I can't get out, Valak is going to be mad. He, she, whoever it's supposed to be, whatever it is going to be angry because once that paint fly at me, it is what it is. We gonna tussle. I'm gonna take that painting. I'm gonna fling it back at that motherfucker. Not getting out of it.
First of all, I would have tried to move. Man, I would have grabbed the painting I would fuck with him. I keep going around the room.
Yeah, I'd have tasted.
I would say,
Something like, what we
I would have
doing?
not chased it, but I would have ran. I would have ran it away from them.
You gonna chase that, bro? There's no way that a shadow is going from wall to wall and you just standing there. No, I'm going. What the fuck? I'm at least gonna go to the wall and just left. Like, hold on, wait a minute, I just seen the shadow. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, nah, I'm not doing that though.
And
But the scary part, real quick though, the scary part of it all though is the fact that it was able to infiltrate the nuns. And I know the nuns sounds crazy when I say it like that, but just the fact that somebody who is supposed to be as close as possible or as close as humanly possible, you know what I'm saying, to God, the fact that it was able to, I'm about to say penetrate, and I cannot say that. The fact that it was able to say infiltrate them is crazy.
Yeah. And I just want to say before we get into the fire flames, like the whole picture scene that we're talking about, that wasn't in this movie.
No, it was in the
I brought that up because they did the same thing. Conjuring 2, because it did the whole walk thing in the church, in the nun. So I was just saying that they pulled something from Conjuring 2 and they put it in this movie too, where they did the whole
the fact that it can be a shadow on the wall in a church, my nigga, is wild.
Yes, that's
what was the movie where I'm about to say Dogma, but it ain't Dogma. It's I forgot the name of the movie where the eyes of the angel was crying in the church.
That was Stigmata.
Stigmata, that's what it's called. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, we did Stigmata, man. If y'all want to check that out, it's back in the archive somewhere. So, but yeah, Stigmata is definitely crazy
for sure. The fact that the church angel was crying blood, nigga, you are not safe anywhere out here in the streets. So y'all get y'all lives together right now. Repent, do whatever you got to do, but live it right, because apparently demons can go any fucking where they want to in the Conjuring universe.
And by the way,
that bothers the shit out of me, bro.
One last thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I said this on the podcast or we were just talking, but I believe it's Warner Brothers, if I'm not mistaken, but they have greenlit Conjuring 4. Now the article that I read, they just said that they would, assume that Patrick, what's his name? Patrick, hold on a minute. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are assumed that they will be coming back, which I don't see why they would. Like, this is their franchise. Yeah. They have been killing it so far. So, it only makes sense for them to come back as Ed and Lorraine. I'm very interested to see which item that they choose to go off of, because if y'all watch
they never did the what's the name, bro? The Amityville house, did they?
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing about the Amityville house, and this is what makes Conjuring 2 so great. The first 30 minutes, not 30 minutes, the first 15 minutes is Amityville.
I know, but remember they was talking about doing a whole, or maybe they was doing a whole separate Amityville movie.
See, I was thinking that too. I saw something where they were saying that, and then they only gave us like that first 15 minutes where Lorraine was interacting everything that what's the name? Wow. But the guy, and I mean, talking about literally the name was just there. Yeah. But the guy that said that, everybody, that the devil told him to kill everybody in his family. Like, she interacted and did.
Did he get off of that?
I think he didn't. But remember, the dude in The Devil Made Me Do It did. He ended up getting off from like manslaughter or some shit. Because remember that, because we did that movie, we did the instant reaction on that joint, and they were saying that this is the first time where a person was. was found criminally insane by a demonic presence or some shit like that.
Okay, listen, real quick. You cannot make me swear on the Bible if I didn't tell you that the devil made me do it. And you say, nah, my nigga, we ain't hear none of that. That shit ain't real. If you then do that, my whole swear thing go out the window. I can say whatever I want in court.
See, yeah. And that's why I say like there's like it's like they came up with these rules and these stories and all this type of shit. And then it's like it's like I don't know if it's like people have gotten too smart for it. It's like they was able to tell people these stories and people just didn't know no better back then. And it's like with the more time and the more technology, it's like, yo, none of this shit makes any sense.
Well, after a while, you get to finding everything and you be like, hey man, these niggas is liars.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I swear on the Bible, and y'all say that, you know,
you can't be possessed by the devil. Wait a minute, I just swore on the goddamn Bible.
Yeah, so it works both ways, and we can't just go one way here.
Come on, man. Let's talk about it. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is if I go to court and they make me swear on the Bible, my next words are, I was possessed by the devil.
Yeah, and y'all cannot say that it's impossible.
I just swore on the Bible. I mean, like, if that's the case, then get the Bible out of here. That's all I'm saying. If it's a Quran, say you've been possessed by a jinn. I don't know. But I'm just saying, that's gonna be my next. If anything happens to me and I have to go to court, that's my testimony. Man,
I need to go back and listen. I need to go back and listen to that episode because I had went back and I had watched that movie again a couple of months ago, and I was like, man, I need to go back and listen because we did it off of the first watch. Like we literally,
it was actually an instant reaction.
Yeah, we literally watched it. Like I got off from work, watched the movie, and then we potted at like 9 at night or some shit. So like we literally watched the movie and went straight to pot about it. So I'm pretty sure we missed some shit.
Yep.
But I need to go back and listen to that episode.
Definitely. All right, man. So let's go ahead and get into the fire flames.
Yes, sir.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
So, what are you giving this joint?
Well, like I say, I'm a huge component to the Conjuring universe, man. All of this shit is right up my alley. I reference 2 so much because like that's my favorite one out of the whole series. But this one was good. The backstory was good. Valak is probably the best entity that's in this whole thing. So I'm gonna give this one a 4. And also I like how they put Vera's sister in here, which gives it a whole different meaning. Where it's just like the Formegas is completely just run probably is like the whole damn Conjuring universe. So it was dope that she was able to, and it's like, yo, then like even though like sisters they don't look identical, but it's like she can make certain faces where she look just like that motherfucker. Be like, yo, this is so weird. But yeah, man, I'm gonna give it a 4, man.
Maybe it was because she's doing a movie with Valak, and Valak was like, watch this.
Nah, man, but I fuck with the nun though, man. I'm gonna give it a 4.
All right, man. I'm on the same level. I'm giving it a 4 only because, like I said, man, to me, origin stories are key, especially when you have something as dope as the Conjuring universe. And the fact that they made it a horror universe is already dope. But the fact that you have origin stories for each, you know what I'm saying, for each piece in the collection, or, you know what I'm saying, like you find a way to create other movies and branch off and do those things within that whole storyline, I think that's dope. And like to me, out of the whole Conjuring universe, my favorite is the Curse of La Llorona. I thought that was the best one. As far as the branch offs, the Conjuring are great. I like the first one personally, but as far as like the separate ones, Annabelle was cool, but it's that whole dog thing. I can't fuck with the whole dog thing. To me, that's just stupid. Like it's too limited for me. But the Curse of La Llorona, knowing that that's an actual myth and that's actual, you know what I'm saying? They took that and used that as well. That I like that a lot. But the nun was great because first and foremost, this is like literally the beginning of the whole Conjuring universe. And then on top of that, like you get the backstory of not even the first movie, but the second one technically. So you don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even get into the first one. You go ahead, skip it, go to the second one. Then you know what I'm saying? You got this. Like I like that a lot. Like to me, that would be like the equivalent of having, you know what I'm saying, the Avengers Age of Ultron, and then having like Iron Man fight, you know what I'm saying, Ultron, or have Iron Man and them create Ultron in like the first Iron Man. So I definitely mess with this one. And it's scary as shit too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah.
Like the fact that the nun has an old white woman face is crazy. Like that's wild. So, yeah, I'm definitely giving it a 4, man. I'm giving it a 4.
Man. You're stupid.
Let's get it to the coming soon, bro.
All right.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
So, coming soon, man. Today, I'm sorry, not today, but this episode was the last episode of our Fright Fest. Of course, Halloween will be here very, very soon. So we hope you enjoyed the Fright Fest. If you missed anything, you can always go back and listen to the previous episodes. You can always go back and listen to the previous years as well. We got horror movies for days for you guys. But the next episode, we are doing an appreciation episode, and we are doing none other than the multi-talented, Oscar-winning Jamie Foxx. Can't wait to do this joint, man. This is going to be super, super fun.
Man, the hardest thing about doing this episode is doing the top 3 at the end. Like, this dude got so many bangers. Like there, and just honestly, just how talented, because like this conversation is going to be so crazy because we could talk about the acting. We could talk about
the singing,
music.
Yep.
We could talk about
comedy.
The comedy.
Yep.
I mean, we could even talk about, you know what I'm saying, even though we done this movie, but like this dude really played high school quarterback. Like, so when you were saying him,
was Ray Charles.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that too. But I was just meaning
No. I mean, the high school quarterback shit is cool. I feel you. I'm saying this nigga was Ray Charles though.
Yeah, like, he literally transformed into Ray Charles. Like this was.
You talking about Valak being the goddamn nun? Fuck that. She ain't had shit on this nigga being Ray Charles.
Yeah, like what I was about to say was like Daniel Day-Lewis didn't have nothing on the way he did Ray. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was just meaning the fact of like when we seen them balls being thrown, like he was really throwing them balls, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm super challenged right now. Pause. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah,
you said it, man. You said it.
I did, but I mean, like, dude, any given Sunday, like he was really doing the shit, man. Like,
no, yeah, for sure.
But not like
the fact that they got into a real fight because this nigga LL Cool J thought he was really a running back is hilarious.
Yeah, that is hilarious. Like the whole movie of fucking Any Given Sunday is just like
for sure.
That
cast was crazy. That's what we got to get into. We got to get into that cast. That cast is crazy.
I mean, we probably did. I have to go back and listen to the episode. I don't even remember how that episode even went.
I don't know. But just the fact of knowing, like, just the motherfuckers that was in there is already just, that's crazy.
Yeah. So Jamie Foxx is going to be great to do, but at the same time, Lord, man, that top 3 is going to be tough, man. He got so, like, as great as Denzel is, it's like his was hard to do too. But like this one, like Jamie has been in so many movies that, like, cause see, Denzel movies aren't really like quote unquote like the culture movies. You know what I'm saying? And it's like with Jamie, like he got so many of them. It's like I don't know if I want to take the comedy lane. I don't know if I want to take the serious lane because let's be honest, like the best performance he ever gave was Ray. Like Point blank.
And I was just about to say something. Does Denzel have a Ray though?
That's a good question.
Would you? We got this is what we might have to do. Training Day or Ray? Which performance was better?
Ray.
I mean, I agree. I'm just saying, like, we might have to put that on. I think we're gonna put that on the Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could put that on the Twitter, but
I agree with you though.
As good as the performance is, like, but still, like, if you're asking me where the most iconic scene came from, I mean, you already know what it is. Man.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
You already know what it is,
nigga. Tonic and Bay. Shoot program, nigga.
You would be playing basketball.
But this is my thing. Okay, so is that more iconic, or is American Gangster more iconic when he told that nigga to blot on the alpaca?
That must say.
Blot, nigga. It's alpaca.
Hey,
come on, man.
That's $10,000 alpaca run right there. You don't block that shit. You pull clubs on it, you block that shit.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he definitely have like some moments, but the disadvantage is, y'all, and this is it. But the way, like, he actually sung Ray Charles' songs.
Yeah.
In his voice, to the point where the dude, the name that I refuse to mention, put him on the record.
Yeah.
Singing like he's Ray Charles still.
And had that nigga talking like that at the beginning of
the record.
No, at the beginning of
Slow Jams.
There you go. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
The fact once again, this nigga was Ray Charles. Like, I know y'all might not understand what I'm trying to say. But when I say was, I mean literally, like, he was Ray Charles. Like, there was, like, Ray Charles' body was here. His soul went into Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, but also Jamie was able to be with Ray Charles at the film of this movie too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, nigga, Ray Charles did some voodoo and took over Jamie Foxx's body and was like, nigga, I'm gonna do this movie as Jamie Foxx, but nigga, this is Ray Charles. Cause nigga, like, I'm talking about from the smallest details to his mannerisms, to his voice, the voice afflictions, the tones in his voice. Like, dude literally he really studied Ray Charles.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I can't wait to do this one, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So listen, guys, if you like this episode, if you didn't like this episode, if you want to say, hey, Scoots, you know what I'm saying, you're an atheist, you don't know nothing. You know, God is the one and true Savior, Jesus Christ, and all that other stuff. Hit us up. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up on our socials, man. IG and Twitter at ViewAnonPod. You can also hit us up on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. I will be more than glad to have that conversation with you. Also, if you want to suggest a movie, you can always do that there as well. And as far as me, if you want to just say, hey, man, you ain't shit, you know, forget you, you know, I don't know what else. Just if you just want to say, hey, what's up, man? Let's talk. You can do that too, man. I'm on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. And I have a link tree in the bio. You can find me everywhere else there.
And y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram and Twitter at 28 minutes or less pod. That is just on IG. Follow the podcast 28 minutes or less on all major platforms. Last episode is still 103, which is Power Book 3, Raising Canaan. So go check that out. Meanwhile, I went through the whole season 2 of that show. So that's all I got. Other than, you know what I'm saying, I know this is already going to be out, but 4/3, Saturdays 10:30.
That's right.
We got
find us on Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah, we got a great topic that we're gonna have some fun with.
Yeah, for sure. I think I know we got 2 topics. I really want to scrap that first one and just go straight that whole episode off that list topic. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. That list topic is crazy.
But you know, I think that's the whole thing of, like, you want outrage out of people.
Yeah,
I think that's
sure.
what they do.
I think they intentionally throw like 1 or 2 motherfuckers in there where you be like, man, that motherfucker don't belong in there.
Yeah, but I will say this though, that one list that I did when I did that top 10 quarterbacks and I put Mike Vick in there, not Tom Brady, I wasn't trying to get the reaction that I got. That was just how I really felt.
What, putting Mike Vick in the college? What's your name?
No. I'm talking about. Remember, I told you I got killed on Facebook like last year because like they did like a top 10 NFL quarterback.
Oh yeah.
All time.
I mean, but no, you wasn't wrong in that though. Like Tom Brady had like hella great defenses.
And then I was like, I said Mike Vick. I'm talking about I was getting killed in the comments, but
I know he's 7 for 10 in Super Bowls, but like truthfully, like if we really keeping the G, he's probably like 2 or 3 for 10.
Yeah, but but I don't count Super Bowls to make you great. But what I was trying to tell them,
championships, team efforts.
Yeah. What I was trying to tell them was like y'all wouldn't even see like none of these quarterbacks y'all see in the day if it wasn't for Mike Vick.
Pretty much.
And they didn't give a damn. They were just like, how you gonna make a list with Mike Vick and not no Tom Brady?
Without Mike,
killing me.
This is the argument that I always go off of. Without Mike Vick, Lamar Jackson would have never been questioned on being a running back or a receiver. He would have just instead went into the draft being a running back or a receiver. He would have never had a chance.
This is true. But even though Vic is the person that really, really got it to the point where it wasn't. I mean, it's still questioned. It's still questioned.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, the originator is he's the one. Warren Moon. He's the one who took. He the one that took took the blow. You know what I'm saying? The way he couldn't even get in the NFL for like the first like 8-9 years of his career.
Yeah, he was in the Canadian League, right?
Yeah, he was in the Canadian League where he got a whole Hall of Fame career in the Canadian League and in the NFL. So he was.
What you expect is Warren Moon, though, like.
Yeah. So it really starts with him, but you know what I'm saying. But Mike Vick was the one. You know, he was the first overall pick, the first black quarterback to be the first overall pick, and all that type of shit. So, so yeah.
Nigga came out of Virginia balling.
Yeah, man.
Yo, the fact that this nigga played for Frank Beamer blows my fucking mind.
Frank Beamer, man.
The special teams guru.
Yep. Will block anytime you need a punt block.
Yes. I know, okay, I'm sorry. This ain't no football pod, y'all. We sorry. But listen. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. The support is always appreciated. And if you are watching, thank you for watching as well. You can only watch us on Spotify. Please do not forget. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you share with a friend. And until the next episode, like we always say, or I'm sorry, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.